Hey guys, thanks for joining. This is Chodaros Designs, and today's bracelet will be the Venn bracelet. This was designed by one of the loomers that I am featuring this week. I decided that I would like to take 3 loomers a week and just showcase their designs. So being the first week, I've chosen Suzanne H-B, Crazyjusmightwork on Instagram, and this is one of her designs she had made quite a while ago. So it's pretty unique. You have some bands that are just not looped, but the way that they are put back into this chain gives them a nice effect. I just made a small rendition because this is what I plan on making in the tutorial. So these are all LE bands from Rainbow Loom. But this red is a really nice color. It's from the Gemstone LE pack. And this is the first red I've seen in a limited edition from Rainbow Loom. I've also, of course, blinged one. So if I can just show you a section there, you can see that there's a break there and a break there, which is equivalent to the 3 bands. So towards the end of the tutorial, I will show you quickly if you'd like to add beads. So I'm going to go ahead and just start this one over. You don't have to use 3 colors. I just chose to, just to kind of show the difference. But please click on Suzanne or Crazyjusmightwork's link down below and see the original rendition. Alright, so you're going to need your hook and bands. Doesn't take too many bands, and a C-clip. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a figure 8 on our hook. And the next step is to add these 3 bands. So you have one band that's going to be a short pull on top of the hook, and then the next band goes a little bit further, and then this black band here goes the furthest. So whichever color that you want to go the longest, which in my case is black, I put on first, and then the next color is red, and then my short pull is the white. Okay? And then we just want to simply take one band and pull all of this on top of it. So your 3 bands just hanging out there, plus your cap band, and then you want to close it up. So after you close it up, your cap band's over here on the left, but you want to make sure that these 3 bands stay in order as you would like them to be pulled into the design. So your first step is to take the outer one, which in my case is the white, so this is the short pull one. And I kind of want to go like that to keep it on my hook. And every other band in this chain will be doubled. So I want to take 2 bands this time. You want to kind of hold down that first band we put on so it doesn't pop up. Pull your double bands. Pull all 3 loops on top. And see, that band's going to want to pop up. So you want to make sure that your hook goes on top of it. And then you close it up. And take your cap band and give it a little tug. So this white band here that you see, it's going to look similar to that. So now we want to take our next band in line, which is this red one, and put that up on our hook. We want to kind of hold it down. So since we did a double band the last time, we're just going to do a single, and we're going to pull everything on our hook on top of that new band, and then close it up. So you have this short band, which is white for me in the back, and then next you have this red one, which is kind of not quite itself yet in shape. And then we take our last one and we just simply put it on top of our hook, and this time we do a double band and we slide again everything on top of our hook on our hook on top of that double band and close it up. So you want to take your cap band and just give it a little pull. Make sure that all your bands are in place. And that's it. Very, very, very simple. And unique. And that's the process for the whole bracelet. So if you are into math or even want to look it up, a Venn diagram is the diagrams where you have like 2 circles and then one in the middle that's overlapping and whatnot. So that's how Suzanne came up with the name, which is pretty clever, excuse me, because it is exactly what it represents. Okay, so our next step, whenever we're completed putting that last band up, is to go ahead and add our next 3 bands. So again, your longest stretch goes first, and then your middle band, and then the short stretch band that you want goes on last. And because we just did a double band, we're going to do a single and pull everything on your hook onto that new band and close it up. So again, you want to make sure that your bands are in the order that you want. Like that. So then we just pull up our first band. Kind of hold it down. Excuse me. Now we want to do a double. So then you want to pull the first band in your other 2 loops on top and close it up. Give it a little pull and straighten that one out. Then we want to take our next band in line, pull it up, do a single band, and pull everything on top of the new band and close it up. Give it a little pull, make sure it's in place, and then lastly, take your last band and make sure that it is on the front side of the middle band you just pulled. And then we want to do a double band and put everything on our hook onto the new band and close it up. Give it a little pull, straighten it out if you need, and there you have your second. So I'm going to go just a little bit faster, and then closing it up is just simply adding a C-clip, so it won't be a long tutorial. Just remember, okay, so this is a good example here. You see this red one? It should be in front of this white one. So it kind of got behind it. So you just either, you can take it back down and redo it, or I just take the white end, the ends of the first one and kind of put it back through that red one and make sure that the red one is in front like that. And then our last one is the black one. Excuse me. And that one is doubled, but I don't know if I was starting to say it or not, but I think the only thing that got me was that I forgot to double or single. So you just want to make sure that you don't have to double and single your bands. You can if you'd like. That's just that's the design, is to make one double, one single, one double. You could double them all, but I will do one more and then we will close it up. So again, adding our colors. And there you go. I think it's really cool. I think colors really make a difference with this bracelet. You could, Suzanne has a really awesome one, the first one, the original one she did on her account, and just the color of bands that she chose, it's really what sparked me into wanting to create it. So you can be really creative in that aspect. So you can either add a C-clip right here and add 4 bands into your C-clip, or you can just simply at the end of your bracelet just add a single band. And my C-clips are like, I don't know how, but they always, probably because they're clear, they disappear. And then you just close it up. So it's a pretty delicate design. It's not one I would want to be like rugged and, you know, pull on in that. But it does look really cool wearing. I think because it's so original, we don't really have anything out there that's kind of like that. And my next step would just be to add that band there, and then I would have a full, almost a full wrap. So again, that is the Venn bracelet designed by Suzanne H-B, Instagram Crazyjusmightwork. So make sure that you check out her original on her account and all of the other amazing designs that she brings us on a daily basis as well. So this concludes the tutorial. But if you are interested in adding some bling to it, you can stick around for a couple more minutes. So I was completely shocked because when I first saw this, the first thing that I imagined was I would just add O-rings or some type of circle spacer in the place of these bands, but it did not turn out. I was kind of amazed. I would have thought for sure I could do rings instead, but what I did come up with was adding beads, and that actually came out pretty cool. Now, I already had these beads on bands, so that's why I use them. So I'm just going to take this down just 2 sections, so that way I can just give you just a quick look. So again, you want to add beads to the center of bands, and the beaded bands are the ones that are in place of the plain bands ringed on our bracelet there. Okay, So it's exactly the same process as we've been doing. So this is how you would end. And so I just simply took the one end of a beaded band and added 3 of them, just like you did for the rings. Okay? And then your one band, and you're taking everything on your hook on top and closing it up. So you want to make sure that all of those 3 beaded bands are in order. So you take the first one and just add the other end of the beaded band on, and this time we're doubling our band, and pull everything on your hook on top and close it up. Okay? So the only kind of tricky part is you can do this in 2 ways. If you want them to be in a straight line like this, the next one that you take up, you put it on your hook, but as you can see, it kind of goes to the side. If you want them in a straight line, you want to take the inside of that beaded band and pull it over that first bead that we just looped, and that will keep it in a straight line. Then you would add your single band, pull everything on top. Okay? And then if you want to do that same look again, when you're pulling this last band up, you're taking and opening that end up and pulling that bead through, and then pulling the next bead through, and then it's already placed on top there, and just put that loop up there. And we add our 2 bands, and close it up. Okay? It's simple, it's different, it's really easy. Okay? But there is another option, which with this one I was actually thinking about adding like 2 like a big rose bead, or maybe 2, you know, and 2 leaves or something, because you can make a little group with these. So again, you just add your 3 beaded bands, and then you place your band and pull everything on your hook on top like that. So but this time when we pull our bands up, okay, like that would be the normal way, but this time I'm not going to take and pull that over. I'm just going to let it hang to the side, and then pull the band, everything on top. Okay, so it's on the side like that, and then I'm going to take this one and I'm going to do the same. So it gives it a grouped effect, which I think looks pretty cool as well, especially if you did, you know, it kind of reminds me of cherries, or like a group of flowers or something like that. And you can play around with it, like if you want this last one to be, if you want them to be in a group differently, you just pull that bead up and then it will make it like that. So there are 2 different kind of options that you can do, and you can be pretty creative. Like I said, when I looked at it, it looked like a group of cherries or a group of flowers, and you know, things like that. So there is your beaded version of the Venn bracelet. So you do have options on what you would like to create. And I'd like to show you another loomer that I'm featuring this week that I just absolutely adore, because she is the guru of professional tutorials, loves to loom. And this is actually her Fraggle Rock bracelet. All I simply did was add these little beads on the side bands going up, and just added the glitter white and glitter pink. So it completely gives it a more elegant look to it. So I did want to share that one with you as well. So thank you for watching, and it warms my heart. You guys come back and continue to check out my tutorials. So keep on coming back. We have a lot more coming. And until next time, let's bling it.